the radio. Tell us your name and what will you do to improve the infrastructure in county government in the next 4 years?
My name's Dennis Cook, and the question asked, when you think of infrastructure, I think of roads, bridges, and water. And they are the basic elements for our community to grow. And having said that, I'll be a mayor involved in the budget. I'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and I'll cut out any wasteful spending and make sure those funds is appropriated to the departments that needs it the most.
My name is Jack Daniels, and we have worked very hard in the last 4 years to have the first ever jobs program in Claiborne County. And we have laid about 35 miles of water line installed in Claiborne County on the north and the south side. And the infrastructure of this county, we worked about 7 months in that to get an ARC grant pre-application for the Little Sycamore area that had been sought after for 16 years. And I will work very hard for the people of Claiborne County. I ran 4 years ago on a helping hand. And I believe in that tonight, that I have been a proven helping hand to the people of Claiborne County. And I'm very proud of everything that has been accomplished in Claiborne County by not just me, all the boards. It takes all the boards working together, county commissioners, and when you work in harmony, you can make things happen the way they have in the last 4 years. I'm very proud of our young people. I'm very proud of our senior citizens. We've worked very hard with Harrogate and New Tazewell senior citizen groups, and it just blesses their hearts so much in that we help them down through the year. And so if you've not had an opportunity to go by and visit with them, go by and visit. They work with arts, and they'll feed you real good. And most of all, I want to thank my Lord Jesus Christ for giving me the opportunity and the strength that He is.
Again, my name's Dennis Cook, and I'm a lifelong resident of this county. I've raised 2 children here. I have 2 grandchildren. My main reason for running for this position is because I care about my children, my grandchildren, your grandchildren, and I think that Claiborne County needs to move forward, so when they grow up, if they want to continue to stay in this county and raise their family and have a future and live in this county, we have to move forward to provide higher paying jobs so that could be possible for them. I just got a passion. I'm not running for this position because I need a job. I've got a great job. It's been great to me. I've raised my family here. I'll be leaving a great job if elected. I'm running because I have a passion to make a difference for the people of this county. And I was born and raised here, and I love being here. Thank you.
My main purpose for running for this office is still the same as it was 4 years ago when I sat in this same debate. I told the county that I would work very hard and that to help our county. And I believe that everybody that has read the record on me in the last 4 years, and the county commission and all the other boards, I believe you can read that and see that this county is moving forward. My door has always been open at my office. They've been thousands come in and out over the last 4 years, and I've not treated one person no different than anyone sitting here tonight in this office. Because I believe a man needs to treat others as he wants to be treated. And as far as this county here, I love it with all my heart. And first, I want to say this is not my office. This office belongs to you, the county, the people of Claiborne County. I work for you, and I believe it's a proven fact that I have worked very hard for this county. I've worked hard. I grew up on a farm that I live on right now that my mom and dad worked very hard for. And when I was old enough to put a hoe in my hand, I went to work. A lot of kids don't even know what a hoe is now, but that's besides the point. But I've worked hard ever since then. And I've accomplished a lot of great things in my life, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for everything that has happened in the last 4 years in Claiborne County. Thank you. Well, I'd like to add on to a little bit there what Nathan was just saying. We have a very strong tourism board that's working right now, and I'm very proud of it. This has happened in the last 4 years. We have a real good industrial board that is working very strong right now, and DTR, as we speak, in the last 4 years, we are getting ready to add 120,000 square feet there. What you got to realize to get businesses in, we are already giving tax abatements, jobs incentives with our jobs program that is working very well. Working very well. England's and Lazy Boy has benefited from that program. But you got to realize too, now we've been in the greatest depression since 1925, and you don't come out of it overnight. But we need to bring jobs, and and we have brought jobs to Claiborne County. And we are looking right now we've got 3 areas right now picked out, the industrial board does, that is very active. And we're looking right now to pick a new industrial board or a new industrial park in that we're going to try to attract businesses to come in. But you've got to realize one thing. You can't give them the county to come here. I mean, we can't give them our county to come here. But we have got good workers in Claiborne County, and we've got people that are willing to sweat and do their job. So I believe if you'll check with the existing companies right now, you'll find the quality of workers in Claiborne County.
The question was, what would I do to improve business climate, not what's already been done. Listen, I specialize and have in sales and marketing for over 20 years, and I'll take that experience to the mayor's office. I won't sit by to improve our business climate. Most of my time will be spent out recruiting, marketing, and selling our county to industries and manufacturers that wants to relocate or build their business here in our county. I've said from the very beginning of my campaign that I envision a county that's run much like a business, and I think the mayor should be someone that understands and knows how to handle money and understands business, and it needs to be run like a business. And if I'm fortunate enough to be your mayor, I won't sit back. Most of my time will be spent out looking for business to come here, and I ain't gonna take up time with what everybody else already said. We all know that this is a beautiful county, and we need to work with the tourism board and do everything we can to get people that's traveling through here to not just stop at our parks, but stop at our existing businesses that's already established in this county and do business with them. Thank you.
We've been working with the road department for the last 4 years. I think that improvements are very visible. I think that Bill Falls and his crew is doing a wonderful job. And you got to realize, children, where we started from having to get new equipment and all these things, and all the ingredients that it takes and that for blacktop and everything anymore is triple. The prices is triple. But the budget is pretty much staying the same. But now, let me say this, County Commission, and I believe Bill Fultz will back me on this, has been very good to them. And we're working very hard. You don't get this way overnight, and you don't get out overnight. There's no way that I can sit here tonight and tell you that all the roads are going to be fixed if you'll reelect me. I'm not going to say that. But I will promise you this much. The same promise I gave you in 2010. You can see the improvements on the road, and we will continue to work very hard. We've got grants for, I guess, about 12 or 13 bridges right now, because the money had went from a 20% match to a 2% match. County Commission was very proud to help Bill Fultz to put that 2% match in when we did our budget this year. And look here, that's going to happen. And I'm very thankful in that for them. They work very hard, and I tell you what, I'm sure every time somebody hits a chug hole, they thank a bill. But I'm thankful in that they're working on getting our roads taken care of. Thank you.
That the roads are a major issue in our county. Everywhere you go, they're talked about, but I won't be a mayor that oversteps my boundaries. We have a great road superintendent. He has a great staff on board. But however, I'll be a mayor that works closely with the branches of government, commission, to make sure they have the funding they need to improve our roads. And I just think it's a shame that this administration and past leaderships has not found it a need to fund the road department more than they're being funded currently. As I understand it, they only get 1% out of our county budget, and I would go through again, I'll make the point again of going through that budget with a fine tooth and comb and cut out wasteful spending and get it to the road department to improve our roads that we drive on every day. It's just like at your house. You fix what's important first and you wait. So if there's things that don't take priority and our roads is a top priority, then they ought to be top priority on our list. Thank you.
Thank you, candidates, for your responses. I think for this question, we'll start with Mr. Daniels and work our way this way and come around the corner there. To change the direction a little bit, this question has a lot to do with social services. How closely will you work with social and health agencies to combat spousal abuse, drug addiction, child neglect, and the other social problems that face Claiborne County? Yes, sir.
Well, we have achieved a great accomplishment with our hospital. Claiborne County Hospital is now Covenant Health and Fort Sanders, and it has been completed. And they are a very strong company. Their total assets is $9 billion. I worked closely for a solid year to get that hospital and stuff into the place that it would be very strong, because with healthcare, the way it's changing, you have to have a strong structure in that to hold it. Me and the hospital board, county commission, and all these things had to work together in that to make this happen, simply because you've got a lot of employees that works there. And I wanted to make sure, we all wanted to make sure that those employees were taken care of and the medical needs in Claiborne County are taken care of. To me, the hospital is like a church in a community. If you take it out, it would be greatly missed. And I can't hardly hear your other question that you was asking there, but We're taking care of each and everything that we possibly can, and did a great job. I think County Commission, Hospital Board, me as the mayor, we did a great job in that, doing the transfer of this hospital over to Fort Sanders Covenant Health. It's a big facility, and your children, my children, I'm looking for the future for them, and most of all, to make sure you have a place. At 2 o'clock in the morning, if one of your children falls and get hurt real bad, you'll have a place to go to, a facility that you can go to and trust me. I'm a Baptist preacher at time or stuff.
No, it is a great question, and you know, unfortunately, we can't do away with that our problems. We all know that, and there's always going to be a need for DHS and the Sea Shelter and type of organizations like that. And as mayor, I'll be available, and I'll do all I can to make sure that these agencies operate and have what they need to do their job. And not only those agencies, they get a lot of burdens put on them, but we also need to involve, and a lot of churches are involved in helping, but we need to go out and appeal to our church leaders and get them involved in helping in these situations. You know, the church was established to help folks in need, and we need to unite them and let them come together and also lend a helping hand to people in need, because there is a lot of people in need in our county, and this hits home to me because I was raised in a single family home, and I watched my mother work 2 or 3 jobs to give me what I needed. She didn't take no handout from the government. She worked, and we just need to make sure we're taken care of. Me and my wife, we raised a foster kid, and we understand the broken hearts that they have, and so we need to focus totally on church leaders and these organizations and really get involved in helping these broken children and parents that needs help. Thank you. That's a great question, and listen, I will never make an apology for my faith, for no position, or no job. I'm a Christian, and I'm proud to be a Christian, and I rely on my faith for every aspect of my life. As far as it playing a role in county government, probably the Apostle Paul gave the very best advice I can think of in Philippians 2:3 when he said, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves." And as a public servant is a person who performs duties for other people. And if I'm fortunate enough to be your mayor, I'll be a mayor that fulfills that expectation. And I'll put the needs of our citizens above my own needs, to work with commission to help our county grow. And we'll do everything we can do to institute the Christian faith into our government. And I won't be a self-serving mayor. I'll be a mayor that people can trust and they'll be proud of. And if I'm fortunate enough to be elected in 4 years, I'll promise you can stand and say that you elected a mayor that you're proud to be called your mayor. Thank you.
Well, faith is something that I've held closely to. My mother and father carried us to church. It didn't matter if it was snowing or what it might be. And they taught us a great value. My dad always said, he said, "Son, now listen." He said, "You don't have a lot of money." He said, "A man is as good as his word." God called me to preach in 1991. I have pastored 3 churches. The first one was Richardson Chapel. The second one was Little Creek Missionary Baptist Church. And I am now the pastor of Dunlap Baptist Church over here in Millersboro on the Beltline. Check with all 3 of those churches, he'll tell you exactly where Jack Daniels' heart is. I have always put others before my needs. Check with anybody you want to. And I'll tell you one thing, if I've got $5 and you need it more than me, you can have it. But our faith is a great thing. But now listen, they asked Jesus one time, they said, Jesus, well, what about Caesar? And don't nobody go out and say Jack's a preaching over the television, okay? But he said, what about Caesar? They said, he said, bring me a coin. They give him a coin, and he said, what is the subscription on that? They said, it's Caesar. He said, render unto Caesar that belongs to Caesar. Give to God what is God's. You got to know how to separate your faith and your work as you go down through the works of life. Okay? Thank you.
What new programs would you implement over the next 4 years? That's a tough question. And from the very beginning of our campaign, we had stated that our youth is very important, and we need to establish a Boys and Girls Club. Talked to a gentleman the other night that had done some groundwork on a charter of the YMCA coming to our county. And that's back when the economy went on a downward swing, and it sort of, the ball got dropped. And I was discussing with him that I know every parent, every grandparent, every church leader cares about our young people. And I think we could invest in our youth by pulling together without it being a burden on our taxpayers, that we just care enough about them to come together as a county and make that dream a reality. But it's going to take someone that can unite us all together and come together and help us understand the urgency of making that happen. I ain't got but a few seconds, but back to their beginning, high and paying jobs, improving our roads, government transparency. I think all that needs to be implemented in our next government for people to understand how our government works and eliminate a lot of questions and second guessing where our money is being spent. Thank you.
We're talking about our children of our county. We've got a boys, and we're working towards getting a Boys and Girls Club. This is old news to me. But information that Claiborne County could obtain its own charter of collaborated with the Morristown Boys and Girls Club. The best option for now would to be piggyback off the Morristown chapter due to the time it would take to get the county's own, but can develop one later. Money would be raised to have a facility ready. And the money that we would need, we're working with Walter State Community College with their old Claiborne County gym. And again, it just don't happen. Okay, we've been working on this. The gym of Walter State would take a minimum of $2 million for an upgrade to be up to code. Ideally, a meeting, and that with the Morristown chapter needs to take place, and we're already working on that. And all the ideals that I've heard here tonight from each and every candidate, I really respect them all. But I'll promise you one thing right now. Jack Daniels is a mayor that Claiborne County can be proud of. I take great pride in my work. I have integrity. I treat others as I want to be treated. Check on me anywhere you want to. And the Boys and Girls Club is being, and that's the industrial board minutes that I'm reading to you right now. And we're working on it, and it's being worked on very strong.
The last county meeting, I was present, and I left there, and understanding a little more about the county government. But truly, I didn't understand how the procedures worked of how they voted on the amendments. So I had a lot of questions, and I asked a lot of different people around the county, and they give me some great information. But as far as county meetings go, that would be part of my transparency. I would like to do town hall meetings all across the county to involve citizens everywhere to be more involved in our county government, to share their ideas, what's needed in their communities. And I think by doing that, you create unity and we make a better Claiborne County. Thank you.
Well, I've attended all of them, except one or two. But I want to let everybody know that's listening on TV and watching, and you that's in the audience. Claiborne County has a county court meeting every third Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Everybody is welcome to come to those meetings. The budget is open to anyone that's here or listening to me right now on TV. If you want a copy of the budget of Claiborne County, go by the finance department in the morning, and I'll guarantee you, you'll get one. It's public records. There's nothing being transparent around Claiborne County. And I'm an honest mayor, and I'll promise you one thing. I might be a lot of things, but I've never took nothing that didn't belong to me because I was raised different. So let me promise you one thing, that Claiborne County is riding a tight ship right now. How can I say that? I'll show you here in the closing remarks of this debate or this forum. And there's nothing transparent. It's all public records. Go to the finance department. Come to my office. I'll lay it down there and read it to you and let you see it. There's nothing transparent in Claiborne County. Thank you. The tax issue on food and stuff, that is something that is being addressed. We have addressed that with several different individuals, and we are working on that. And the second thing, we could put some garage doors on the tunnel over here, would help a whole lot. But we just need to work on that, and we are working on the taxes and stuff with our groceries and all that. And a lot of people, I'm with Casey, they drive 15 miles, save 2 cents on a gallon of gas. And they burn it out before they even get back home. So listen, charity starts at home. That's what the Bible says. Charity starts at home. If you want better roads, buy you gas in Claiborne County. If you want things to get better in Claiborne County, keep it at home. You can drive through Walmart's in Millersboro tonight, and guess what? 60% of them will be Claiborne County tax. But that's our choice. That's everybody's choice. And but charity starts at home, and the sooner we learn that we need to buy at home, the quicker we'll see our economy grow, roads get better, taxes get better, and all that. And we've not had a property tax increase in 4 years. I'm very proud of that. And we just need to educate our people, and we're trying to do these things. To educate them. Hey, listen, if you can drive over to Virginia and get a bottle of pop because it's 99 cents there and it's $1.03 at IGA, my goodness, stop and think. That tax is going towards your roads. That tax is helping to support your schools. Thank you.
That is
Short. There's no way to solve that problem until you make our county more appealing to people to spend their money here. And some of the candidates suggested some good ideas, but the most important thing is the mayor and county leadership has to work with state senators and representatives and stay on their case constantly to try to get us some kind of tax relief to keep people from traveling across the border to spend their money. And we need to work on our existing businesses. They're strapped, they're taxed to death, and they're struggling to make it here in our county. So we need to figure out a way to give them some kind of tax break that they can pass on to the consumer to entice them to stay and spend money here as well. And the tax issue, it may be a state level thing when we get our property reappraised, but when it gets reappraised, you're paying a higher property tax regardless how you want to look at that. You're paying more money. So we need to just work diligently with the state and try our best to share our burden with them and let them know that we're strapped here in our county and our money is leaving our county and going across the border, and try to work with them every way possible and giving us some kind of tax relief. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to say I'm certainly thankful for being the mayor of Claiborne County for the last 4 years. I've worked very hard. We've not had a property tax rate increase. We've had a total of 56 grants, a total of almost $3.7 million. We paid on our county debt $14,850,000, first ever jobs program, and we've worked very hard with the road department. And I tell you in that tonight that I look forward to serving this county 4 more years, and everything that has been accomplished has come through each and every board of Claiborne County. And I'll promise you we're not finished. We're just getting started. And I tell you what, I've got as much fire in me as every one of them sitting up here tonight, guarantee you that. So we're just very thankful, and may God bless you.
Listen, we only had a few minutes to share some information with you tonight, but the last 4 years has showed you why we need a change and why you should vote for me. As I stated earlier, a public servant is someone that performs duty for other people, and I'll fulfill that expectation. Ronald Reagan said it best that when he said, "We the people tell the government what to do, it don't tell us what to do." And I won't be a self-serving mayor, and I pledge to you I won't be controlled by anyone or any one group. In order for us to move forward, we've got to eliminate the good old boy politics. And I ask you to join me in our efforts in my efforts of becoming your next mayor. And may God bless you and your families.